Real Barber Tutorial, the people's barber. I always say I've been accepted by the barber life, and I believe in the barber gods, and I want to be accepted in the afterlife so I can live forever. So barbers, I got something for you. There's levels. I always say there's levels to cutting and levels to hair and barbers. Every barber can give a nice cut. I've seen many barbers, many barbers give a great haircut, and then the rest of their haircuts are not so good. That's because, like I said, barber is a spiritual thing, barbarism. That's why I keep saying I'm a real barber, because I'm summoning up the spirits. You know, I'm trying to bring that into me, which I feel I already have done, but it's still levels that I got to get to. And once my mind is set, it's set. It's a mind-body thing. Once you connect your mind to your body, everything will work. And once you perfect the craft and spiritualize the craft, you will get there. So the reason why some barbers will cut hair good and then cut hair bad, inconsistency, that's what they call it, is because their mind, you know, you haven't focused in your mind on that level yet. You'll get there sometimes, and then you'll regress back at times. Although there's levels to growth, some barbers have been cutting for a long time, and they'll still regress back from time to time. So like me, when I first started cutting professionally, I already knew how to cut, but I always had this thing in my mind that I want to perfect my craft. So I would slowly but surely make sure I perfect every haircut. And once you do that, that's why I said, don't chase them, lace them. When you're lacing cuts consistently, you will become that. You will become that over time. You can't cut one head bad and then another head bad, although sometimes it's just your eye and your vision, and sometimes you just don't get it and you just don't see it. But you have to find ways how to see it. You have to figure it out. Now once you keep figuring it out, you move up, you keep moving up. But barbers, they stay in that one part, and then over the time they'll realize, oh man, I've been messing up all these years. And then they'll start adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. But even though they adjusted and they got better, they'll still regress back because their mind isn't set on that level yet. So you have to set your mind all the time. Every time you move up, you keep it there. You keep it there. And you keep it there, and you keep repetitively doing what you're doing consistently. And this will build up the fibers, the mental fibers, not the hair fibers y'all spraying on people's heads. Not that. You can build that in your own mind. There's nothing wrong with fibers, and there's nothing wrong with enhancements, because I always say I don't knock enhancements, but I don't praise them either, because before enhancements you had to cut hair for real. And I always, before I do enhancements, I make sure the cut is complete. So when the enhancement come off, you'll still see there's a nice haircut under there. You feel me? So at the end of the day, you develop your mind and your mental fibers by repetitively cutting good. And when I say good, I don't mean the cut is perfect. I just mean you finishing the cut. It don't have to be completely clean, because everybody has levels of their cleanliness. What I'm saying is you complete the cut to where the client feels is good, and then you look at the cut and you make sure everything is right, and then you move on from there to the next one, and you keep repetitively doing that. You can't chase the money and get clients out your chair to get to the next client, to get to the next client. That's a hustle. That's not a profession. Once you start treating it like a profession, your mentality will change and your haircuts will look better. I don't rush to clients and get to another client. I'd rather just lace my client and let that client go. I'm not on that rush thing, because at the end of the day, what am I rushing for? You know? Yo, it's good. Somebody's in there. Somebody waiting for you. Good? Yeah. Yeah. So, he's a barber too right here. Real good barber. But what I was saying is, like, sometimes people too, they'll be cutting hair, right? And then they'll just start speeding up just to get to the next client, just like I was saying. But when you do that, you damage your work. You damage your brand in a way. You damage your brand. Some clients I was trying to fish. You see that, right? My videos are live, so you're gonna see little actions and little things that is in the moment, like the barber running up on me. But make sure, like I said, you have to perfect your brand and take your time and set your mind to a real barber mentality, a real barber movement. Because like I said, also I see good barbers, right, will be great and they're cutting, and then they just rushing to the next person, and then that alters their path and their movement in a way, because sometimes clients will remember that, and then you might mess them up, and then that changes their whole thought process about you. I have consistently cut people good over the years. My clients know my work has always been the same, and that's what separates me from all of the good and nice barbers, is that the quality of my work stays the same for every haircut. Yeah, I might drop off, but not too much. If there's holiday times and there's a rush, I drop off, but not too much to the point where, you know, and the clients understand what's going on at that moment. But consistently, I always put in the work. So a lot of people, somebody's behind you. Somebody's behind you. A lot of people around me right now, distracting me from my videos. See? Okay. A lot of people trying to talk to me, but
That's a long time. Come on.
But like I said before, it's about your makeup and your mentality, and that's what's going to separate you from all of the good barbers. That's what's going to make you great. The great barber is the one that's consistently and repetitively doing what they have to do on a day-to-day basis, and their brand and their name is stuck, and they can't cut any other way but great. So keep in mind that that's what the program is about, and that's what it's going to be about. And as I explain these things to barbers, I'm explaining to them in a spiritual way. I address things in the spiritual now. It's no physical thing. It's a spiritual thing first. The mind controls the body. So I have to see barbers and how they perform first before I start teaching them. I have to know where their mindset is and how they think as a barber. That's very, 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 very important. So if you want to talk to me, I need to see your work, and I need to see what's going on at your shop, and I need to hear and see your habits, and then we go from there. But Paparazzi Barber, Real Barbers 876, the People's Barber. I'm a real barber. I've been accepted to the life, but I want to be accepted to the afterlife. Carry on.